bull. Ask me what the American flag means to me, and I tell him, suck it in heroin, Doc, and I'll suck it. He says I got the wrong attitude. I should see the chaplain get straight with Jesus. And then, with the tears streaming down their lousy pink faces, the do-rights leap up as one man and bellow out the Star-Spangled Banner. Someone asked Genet when he started to write, and he said at birth. Mm-hmm. Now, that doesn't mean that there's something particular in the chromosomes of a writer, but it does mean that all his experience is focused in that direction long before he puts pen to paper or sits down at a typewriter. El mayor delito del hombre es haber nacido.
What's that in English?
That means the worst delete or mistake, you could say, is to have been born in the first place. Well, you know, this planet could be a reasonably pleasant place to live if everybody could just mind his own business and let others do the same. But a wise old black faggot said to me years ago, some people are shits, darling.
Right into the subject of language, the way it is used in our culture, in the Western alphabetical culture, and techniques that have been found, like cut-ups, to counter the effect of a language becoming more and more abstract and meaningless.
Well, yes, you see, I'd spoken about the artists making people aware of what they know and don't know that they know. That is, the cut-up is really much closer to the actual facts of perception. As soon as you look out the window, look around the room, walk down the street, your consciousness is being cut by random factors. Life is a cut-up. So the cut-ups are really closer to the actual fact of perceptions, of human perception, than, should we say, narrative, straight narrative, linear narrative. See, the cut-ups was not my idea, it was Brian Geison's idea. It's essentially a painter's idea, applying the techniques of painting to writing. This was the montage technique, which was pretty old hat, actually, in painting.
Well, there's a theory of saying that all things are happening at the same time, and only because we live in a certain way of time, of looking at time, that we feel that it's all lined up in one line, coming from one point and going to another point.
Well, yes, but this is
chronological.
Yes, but this is just part of the. It's integral in the part of the word medium. We know that things are happening simultaneously, but there's just no way of doing that on a page. You can't do it. If you try, it just wouldn't work. You could say, well, here is one column, this is going on at the same time, that is going on, and that is going on, but it's just not going to. It's just not going to work. You can do it much better, of course, in painting. You can do it. Come closer in cinema.
Film.
Yes.
In the film, yes.
A page, a printed page.
Thank you. Thank you. How does it seem to you now? Good. Thank you. Does it seem to be persistent? Good. Good. Thank you. Thank you. Look at that picture. Look at that picture. Good. Thank you. Good. How does it seem to you now? How does it seem to you now? Thank you. Good. Look at that. Thank you. Where are we now? Thank you. Good. Seem to be persisting? Thank you. Good. Oh. Good. Thank you. Hello. Hello. Look at that picture. Yes. Good. Thank you. Thank you. How does it seem to you now? Good. Thank you. Does it seem to be persisting? Good. Good. Thank you. Thank you. Look at that picture. Look at that picture.
Since when do you stop exposing yourself in public? President, not me. I don't have the qualifications. Let kings and presidents keep the limelight. I prefer a whiff of coal gas as the sewers rupture for miles around. I have made a deal on the piping, which has bought me a $30,000 home. And there is talk in the press of sex cults and drug orgies carried out in the stink of what made them possible. Fluttering from the roof of my ranch-style house, Old Glory floats lazily in the tainted breeze. But there were sullen mutters of revolt from the peasantry. My teenage daughters is cunt deep in shit. Is this the American way of life? I thought so, and I didn't want to change. Just sitting there in my garden smoking the sheriff's reefers. I sure did a sweet thing with those pipes, and I'm covered too. What I got in the governor wouldn't look good on the front page, would it now? And I have my special police to deal with vandalism and sabotage. All handsome youths, languid and vicious as reptiles, described in the press as no more than minions, lackeys and bodyguards to His Majesty, the Sultan of Sewers. Thoughts of youth, long, long thoughts. Then I met the gubernatorial candidate, and he looked at me as if trying to focus my image through a telescope, and I felt the dream slipping away from me, receding into the past. Dim, jerky, far away, the discreet gold letters on a glass door. Glass door, William S. Burroughs, Commissioner of Sanitation. Well, people sometimes ask me if I have any words of advice for young people, and here are a few simple admonitions. Never interfere in a boy and girl fight. Beware of whores who say they don't want money. In the long run, these are the most expensive whores what can be got. If you're doing business with a religious son of a bitch, get it in writing. Because his word isn't worth shit, not with the good Lord telling him how to fuck you on the deal. Well, here are the 10 Commandments updated. Thou shalt not blow pot smoke into the face of thy pet. Just come on and get high. Oh, look, he's bomb. I will train a raccoon to bite the nose off from such a cretin. Thou shalt not be such a shit you don't know you are one. Is there anyone in this room who has not at some time said to himself, my God, I acted like an absolute shit? If so, let him stand forth so that we can acclaim a later day saint. Don't anybody look at me. I remember in an interview with some reporter, and he asked me, Mr. Burroughs, is there anything in your life you regret? Anything you would do differently if you had it to do over? Why, I just looked at him with my mouth open. Oh, my God. Well, I'm lucky if I get through a day without something I regret, something I did wrong. And as for major occurrences, there are mistakes too monstrous for remorse to tamper or to dally with.